Hello and welcome to another video from oorail. This is another 15 minutes of railway modeling, and this is, I believe, episode 15, and it is Friday the 13th, 2009. So you haven't missed any videos. So if you've been looking for this particular segment, I haven't actually done any of these videos since December 2nd. And the reason I haven't done any videos since December 2nd is you're kind of looking at the video or the subject of the video that I had for December 3rd. So I had planned to run this Heljan Class 35 in. It's actually a really nice loco. It's the weather version. So I've had this for a while, and it's been sitting in the box, so I thought I'd go and use it for the advent calendar videos. So if you're not familiar with the advent calendar videos, basically what I do is every year in December, from December 1st to December 24th, I basically run a new locomotive on the layout that you guys have never seen before on the oorail layout. And basically, it runs around to Christmas music, and it's kind of cool. So a lot of old people like it. Some younger folks think like it too. So it's pretty popular. So if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, go ahead. There's a playlist, and you can go through them all. And I know a lot of people seem to wait until Christmas Eve and like let it sit there. Maybe it's a little too soon to get into the Christmas spirit the first week of December. But anyway. So what I had planned was to run this in, do a video showing how to add the extra detailing to it, which is still in the bag, and then use it for the advent calendar video, and then sort of, do the advent calendar video and then release this one on the 3rd. Unfortunately, what happened was this loco had a number of problems. First of all, it ran in okay, but it was kind of acting sluggish. And it was acting sluggish because the wheels had weathering powder all over them, and it still has a little bit of weathering powder still on it, and it's been pretty hard to get it off. But that's part of the problem, and as a result of that, it's basically been causing it to sort of chug along as it goes at slow speeds. At normal speeds, it's fine, but the slow speeds that I use for the advent calendar video, it sort of looks like it's going back and forth, and it's really noticeable. So I really wanted to run this loco on the layout and use it for the Christmas videos. And so I spent night after night after night, 20 minutes here, 30 minutes there, trying to actually beat this thing into submission. And every time I ran and tried to clean the wheels, I just get more and more weathering powders off of it. And you can still even see now it's still got lots of weathering powder on it. So I'm going to try and do something tonight that might be a little more aggressive to try to get that off. You won't see this in the advent calendar video, mainly because I've just now shown it to you, and I would spoil the surprise, although I could still possibly do it. But what it has meant is, rather than you having 15 minutes of videos, I did actually come up with some pretty cool and interesting ways to clean wheels on this Heljan and other Heljan locos. So I've got all the footage that I've done, but I didn't really want to upload footage in the 15 minutes of modeling only to have you guys go, well, it's not working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this as a separate video, and you will see it pretty soon. So right, so I didn't want to stop doing these videos, so I wasted enough time on that class 35. So today's video is a little different. So today you're going to see this video after I upload the advent calendar video. So hopefully I've already run this loco in. This is a Dapol Class 22. It looks exactly like this Dapol Class 22 because I have two of them. So this one is my old one, and you've seen it on the layout before probably. If you haven't, check out my previous advent calendar playlists from 2018, 17, 16 maybe. I've been doing it for a few years now. But today what I wanted to do was basically add some detailing to this loco before I go run it on the advent calendar video, and then basically upload this video and upload the other one. So to open this is actually quite simple, and the instructions are really convoluted. I don't know what Dapol were thinking, but I read the instructions multiple times and I was just confused. So what it mentions is that you have to pop these valences off first. In fact, if I have the instructions here, oh yeah, here they are. So the instructions, and they're not bad instructions, but it says basically the only instructions for removing the chassis are in the DCC part, and it says to gain access to inside of the locomotive for DCC installation, please remove the body by unclipping it from the chassis. This is accomplished by firstly removing the side clip in valences. Don't worry about mixing these up as they're numbered and can be refitted later in the correct order. So what they're talking about are these pieces here, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, it mentions them in, like, if you look at the diagram here, it has a diagram up here, and basically it mentions them as L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. So it looks like there's supposed to be 5 of them. However, if I look on the model, there's just 1 here, and then 2. This all appears to be 1 piece, and then there's this one at the end. In fact, I'm almost certain the whole thing is just 1 piece. So it's telling you to remove this, but the body shell actually sits over the top of it. So there's no way to really pull these out without first taking off the body shell. So it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So to open it, basically, if you saw my last video on 15 minutes of railway modeling, I basically 3D printed these kind of I guess tender opening bits of plastic that basically are slanted on one side so you can get them up under the body shell. And I'll show you what I did on this other class 22 I have sitting here. So what I did was I basically slid them in roughly where these things are, right? So I slid one in there, one roughly in there until I felt it pop up, and then one on the other side down the end here until it popped up, and then basically just pops right off like that. So really easy. Some interesting things to note. So this is the original class 22. This one's a new one. You can see, actually I'll move it down, you can see a couple of bits that are different. One, the old one has this PCB, it's a blanking plate, and it's literally just a blanking plate. However, the new one has these switches for controlling the cab lights. So I'm wondering, maybe Dapol will sell this piece that you can add on, although it's soldered here, so maybe not. Let me put this thing back on. So this is one difference. This PCB appears to be a little bit different. This part though looks the same. This looks the same. Still have your spot for your speaker, and obviously you can swap this out. But the cool thing with this is you can actually turn the cab lights on and off. So I will put, and that's for in DC mode. So I'm gonna put this body shell back on. Oh, maybe. Okay, so I've got that back on, and then over here I'll show you what's going on. So here you have rear cab and front cab. You can turn the lights on and off. So if you got DC and not DCC, you just simply pop that down to off. And the rear cab lights are now off, and then you can swap out with your DCC chip if that's what you want to do, or whatever it is. But for me, I run DC, so I don't have to really worry about messing with any of that. And so I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like with the cover off. Okay, so I'm going to move these out of the way. So anyway, so what I'm going to do today is I want to add the head coats to both of my class 22s here. So these are 22s from Dapol, or Dapol. Someone should probably tell me how to pronounce that properly. Maybe the people from Dapol watching this video, you could tell me which way to pronounce it. Anyway, so there's extra detailing in here, but I'm only going to worry about the head coats The other stuff will more than likely fall off on my layout. Oh, unless... Oh. So, maybe the instructions that I just noticed are... These appear to be valence clips. These go in there. That is what's going on. Aha. So, I'm going to hazard a guess, now that I've woken up and sort of clued myself in, that these are the numbered valences that they were talking about. So let's have a look. So we have left 2, yep, sure enough. So they weren't already on the loco, you have to put them on the loco. So instructions aren't totally in sync with what you get. So these are numbered, left and right. It doesn't tell you, maybe it'll tell me in the instructions now that I've figured out what they're talking about. Please note which way the locomotive is facing. So looking at the diagram, this way, with this part here, and these parts on the right hand side. So with this on your left, these on your right, this front part here now is the left hand side, and it goes from 1 to 5, and they clip in. Okay, well, let's do that. So this was one of the detailing parts that I was trying to figure out why they were in there, and now I figured it out. Alright, so these are all numbered. They're numbered L1 through L5, and then R1 through R5. So if I pick up the smallest one, you can see it's got numbers on it. So I'm going to put the right hand side ones over here to one side. We will try to install these. So I guess they start. I knew these things are going to be fiddly, so let's use our that's not so bad. Once you get the first one in, I imagine that they should go in pretty easily. Here's number 2. Oops. So it's number 3. So all I'm doing is lining it up on this one side here, like so. So it's flush, and then just pushing it. This one is L4. Not like maybe it's okay. And last but not least, this one should be L5. Give it a bit of a shake. Nope. And there you go. Alright, so that in mind, looking at their little diagram, this should be R5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to cheat and just flick it around. This should be one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just based on the way it was orientated. One. Two. It's way easier than I thought this was going to be. There's 3. Now these things will fall out if you open the body shell, just so you are aware of that. Yeah, that one's even wanting to fall out without the body shell being clamped down. And this one is 5. For some reason this one is not. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So there's that side, looks a lot better. And this side. So obviously I have not done that with the other loco. So I'll have to go find the sheet for that and put it on. Now, what I was going to do is, if you look real carefully, it's going to faint. But this one has head codes 9A33, and then it has none on the back right there. Now the way these head codes work is they're just stickers. They are fiddly, but they should come off pretty okay. So I am going to go with so the head codes are in pairs, right? So you got these are the first head code, which goes on the left. This one's the second, which is basically just the number, train number. So the first number denotes the classification of the train, and the second one indicates a region destination. So it could be internally within a region, or it could be between regions on a longer distance train. So this gives you a couple options. So the ones that start with 1 and 2 are basically 1 is express passenger or express parcels. 2 is ordinary passenger, ordinary parcels. And then the ones that start with 6, 7, 8, and 9 are basically some kind of freight, or if it's 9, it could be a potentially special train. So 6 is express freight, where 20% or so are of the vacuum brakes are continuously connected to the train or locomotive. And then if it's 7, I believe it's an express freight where there's no fitted continuous brake. And then I believe 8 is through freight or ballast, and 9 is mineral or empty wagons, pickup branch, freight, mineral or ballast. And I believe with 6 and 7, it's, I think with 6 it could be not just express freight, but livestock or perishable or ballast. And I believe 7 is express freight, livestock, or ballast. So what I normally do with these is I will put a freight on one end and a passenger on the other. And so for this particular one, I'm going to use the 1Z. So I'm going to just carefully take this off here. You can see I'm using the tweezers. And it doesn't always break off so cleanly. You also want to make sure that it's in the right order. It's going to be tricky to do on the camera, but I will try. And basically what you want to do is just make sure that it's straight. Like so. And I'm going to use 81 as the number, and I'm using 81 as the number because I saw the train number 81 in a photograph for the class 22. so. And then on the reverse side, we are going to go with, I believe, what did I go for? I think I'm going to go with 8C. I think I saw this. I want to go with 8C or 7. I'm going to go with 7C. Because 8C is a through train. And well, it would probably work. Oops. Well, I appear to have lost. Oop, no, I appear to have lost that. So I did recover it. It's never fun. And we're going to pick another number at the end. I think we're going to go with, let's go with number 9. Like so. So if you can see that, it's number 9, and so it's 7C09 on one end. This gives us the freight end, and then the passenger side, we got 1Z81. All right, so another. This is off a different train. Oops. So another thing I'm going to do is fall off of this one. I see where it's come off. So this piece goes okay. So that piece has gone back in, but it's kind of a little wobbly. Might have to glue it in place. Alright. So the only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and stick, this one already has a freight number on it. It has 9A33, which 9 is mineral or empty wagon or a pickup branch. So this other end doesn't have any on it. So I'm going to give it a passenger one. I'm going to use probably 2C, maybe 90 or something. We'll see. But alright. So if you want to see this video, or just if you want to see this loco running on a layout, go check out the video advent calendar video. I'll put it in a link right here. Other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll be back with another 15 minutes of modeling tomorrow, and I will promise to try not to let any more Heljan locomotives cause delays like that. Alright, so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time.